What's up, guys? Kevin Gandy here, just waiting on Staci Trav to join our Zoom call. In just a second, hopefully, Staci will pop up. I was just taking a nap while I waited on you.
You're so funny, Kevin.
What's up, Stace?
Nothing. What's up with you? Just drinking some coffee.
Coffee. Cheers.
Yay, coffee, cheers. Oh, I did that good.
There you go. So, Stace, I was just thinking, here we are, we're in a quarantine. So obviously we're having to hang out in very different ways. So why is it important for people to hang out in a quarantine?
Well, I think a lot of us are missing hanging out with our friends that we normally see, whether it's Bible study or small group, church on Sunday, school every day, work every day. And we might be going a little crazy seeing the people that we're related to, that we live with every day. So it's good for us to connect with people that are outside of our home. And this is a super safe, social distancing, digital way to do that.
That's right. I mean, even though you're in the room right next to me, as we do this Zoom call, most people, are probably safe distances away as they talk. And I was thinking this morning that even though it's a bummer that we can't go have coffee with our friends and we have to do this, this actually could be a really cool way for people to be who Jesus is calling us to be, and for us to continue the mission of the church as we care for people, in our town, around the world, like wherever we are. Anybody can jump on a call and hang out with someone.
Absolutely. Totally.
So we recognize that some of you might be, a little bit foreign to the idea of how to check in with people virtually or how to have a virtual coffee. So we actually wanted to go through a couple helpful things that may help you connect with others in a time of quarantine.
Woo, super fun. Okay, so the first thing that I would say, sorry, I just touched my face. I'll find some hand sanitizer in a minute, is that you are going to want to, especially if you're talking to someone outside of your home on a device, whether it's your iPad or your computer or your phone, whatever it may be, try to do that in a common space. So maybe for you, that's like a TV room that everybody watches TV together, or the kitchen or something like that. So that way, especially if you are like a situation like this where you and I are talking, everybody knows, look, Staci and Kevin, they might be silly, but they're up to totally working right now because they can hear what we're talking about. We have our super fancy ear device, but it's really helpful if you use headphones, earphones when you're on a call like this, so that way, and Kev will talk about that a little bit later, you can concentrate, but everyone can still hear what's going on, and that just keeps everybody protected, helps you make good choices. If your parents are like, why are you talking to someone in the room in your dark room space, don't do that.
Yeah. So what you're saying is don't FaceTime somebody from your bed or, an area like that.
I like it. Yeah.
I love it. So, Stace, one thing that triggers me when I'm on a FaceTime call or a Zoom call like this.
Kev, what bothers you?
So this past week, we had all of our student ministry calls on Zoom. So all of our small groups met this week, which is awesome.
Like this
but they're like,
no, they do this. Yeah, they do that.
Like wait, hang on. It's like this.
The like side, right?
Like, how do you have a conversation like this, Stace?
Well, they can see what they need to see.
Well, it's not helpful.
Realize that if you are wondering what are the things I could do besides like being in the center, there's on most devices and platforms, there's a super fun little mute button. It's a really good idea to click the mute button when you're not talking on a call. And then one of the other things that's super helpful to not do is don't yell. You can adjust the volume on your device, super helpful. And then we talked about earlier, having headphones of any kind. Most computers and phones have some kind of plug-in deal. It helps you actually hear better. It also helps the sound quality of the overall experience.
The mute button is definitely your best friend. See, Staci's not muted. And Staci can come back now whenever she wants. Oh, there she is. Okay, great. It's like peekaboo, where you're like, no, I can't see you. Peekaboo. That was so dumb. Okay, anyway. we encourage you guys to, like, if you're going to check in with somebody via FaceTime or Skype, make yourself a cup of coffee and enjoy the moment. But good coffee, Stace, is still important. And tea is okay. If you're more of a tea drinker, that's totally fine. Probably not my preference, but hey, to each their own.
Let's give everybody a challenge.
Great. I love challenges.
In this idea of staying connected to each other, we would love to challenge you all watching this video, and whether or not you know who we are or not, we're challenging everyone to try to connect with somebody outside of your house digitally every day. And we gave you some safe guidelines how to do that. We gave you some good etiquette how to do that. So if your parents are wondering, or if grown-ups are wondering why are the kids doing it, you can watch this, and we will remind you that we don't think you should be hanging out with people that you wouldn't already invite into your home, but reach out to people like grandparents or friends that they could live next door, they could live in another state. Try to check in with one person every day. But you can also just be asking how they're doing, if there's anything you can be praying for about and with them. And we have so many great resources and so many people at Real Life that would love to help right now. So if you hear of a need that is not being met, we would love to connect that person to the care team. So tell us a little bit about the care team part, Kev.
That's right. So the care team here at Real Life is responsible for all things related to prayer. And we actually help people in this time if they need, like, let's say, somebody's quarantined in their house and they can't go out grocery shopping. We have a whole list of people. We have a care team that's out there able to go do that. So if you have a need, or if you know somebody who has a need, let us know, because we can actually mobilize our care team, dispatch somebody to give you a phone call or give that person a phone call, figure out what's going on, see how we can help, and then to go out and maybe run an errand or pick up some pharmacy needs or food or whatever, and then deliver it to their house. Or maybe it's just a simple like prayer, like we'll pick up the phone call and we'll call you and pray with you over the phone or over FaceTime. So we have a whole prayer team that does that. So you are the prayer team in this situation as you check with people, as you connect with people on your devices. You may see some needs that come up in those conversations. Reach out to us. We'd love to help out and be the church at this time.
If you tag, so hashtag RLLA coffee, we will be able to cheer for you and support you as you are participating in this challenge. If you screenshot that and share that on social media with us, we would love to cheer for you and say, good job caring for the community. Good job for being a member of the care team and reaching out to somebody to see how they are doing today.
Yeah, that's right, Stace. If you need help connecting, if you need help setting up a Skype or FaceTime or Google, whatever, because you have an Android, I don't know anything about that world. But nonetheless, if you need help setting up anything related to how to connect, we have a Genius Bar here at Real Life. And you can send us an email at info@reallife.la. I think it's going to pop up right here. Oh, look at that. And you can reach out to us, and we would love to help out. All right, Stace. Good to see you.
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye, Kel.
Until next time.
Bye.